Welcome to another episode of the Opinions Podcast. I'm Bobby B with the opinions you want to hear, and I'm here with my main man.
What it do, man? This Los Hurt, in my humble opinion, what's going down?
Man, we have a special guest. First, man, Los, it's been a minute since we've been on, man. It's been a few months. We both, baby ass, had surgery trying to bounce back. But we got some special guests here, man. We have one guy, top 100 ranked ESPN 20 class 26 Christian Gibson. We also have Coach Joe Gibson, which is his father today, man. Los, just tell us, how do you feel about having these guys on personally here today?
Oh, man, it's an honor to have them, man. I appreciate them, both of them, taking their time out. They got a hell of a schedule, busy schedule going on. AAU still in full effect for the most part. So I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys taking the time out to come on and holler at us.
Well, thanks for having us, man. Bobby B reached out and asked, we like to come on the podcast, and I was like, no doubt. So, thanks for having us both.
Most definitely, most definitely. Is there any questions we can't ask, Joe, or can we go there,
man,
baby?
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
man, look, go there. I'm
Yeah.
real, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it honest. You know what I'm saying, man? And sure, man, whatever y'all got, I'm gonna answer. I don't got nothing to hide. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
All right, let's start with Christian real quick. And we're gonna jump around here a little bit. But fresh off the last two EYBL games in the the PIT, Christian, you had a combined 69 points. Tell me first, how do you feel about the PIT, and what was your mindset going into those last few games?
My mindset was just to keep on playing and keep on like having a strong mindset because it's a long week of games. We played like 9 or 10 games, and I was like playing 32 minutes a game, so my body was just worn out. So I was just trying to keep a positive mindset, just trying to show the college coaches and scouts like my best ability, my best performance on the court. I don't want to go out there looking sluggish, only giving like 70%. So just trying to keep a 110% mindset and just going out there and just having the normal mindset I have, just going out there to just dominate my competition, just try to win games and make my teammates better.
How do you feel about the PIT?
It was
It's your
good.
personal experience.
From my personal experience, it was good. It was like very diverse. We played a team from Paris. We played Paris Hustle. We played Team Hero, me and Street. So I mean, it wasn't like it probably wasn't like we didn't make it to like the Elite Eight or anything like that. But it was still good competition, good players, and going against good coaches at the same time. So it was just a different and good experience.
Sweet, sweet.
Let me ask you this, Chris or Joe, either one of y'all can answer. When did the hoops find out about y'all, or y'all found out about the hoops? How did that go about them pursuing y'all or whatnot?
So, after Christian freshman year in high school, the hoops reached out, and I got a phone call, and it was, they was like, "Hey, man, we would love for your son to come out and try out for the team." So I was like, "Try out." I was like, "Nah, man. If you're gonna try out, if we have to try out for a team to make a team, we not going. It's not the place for us to be." So we played his freshman year. After he played on varsity, he started for me at Springwoods. He averaged almost 20 points a game as a freshman, and so when I talked to the guy that I spoke with about coming to try with the hoops, I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna play with I'm gonna coach the defenders," and I ended up coaching the Houston Defenders. His freshman year, and then after that, I wanted to. We wanted to be on the EYBL. We knew it was the biggest platform, the best players to play that he was gonna get, and I wanted him to assess. I wanted to see where he was really at. So when it came back around, they came correct. It was like, "Hey, man, Christian on the team, boom, boom, boom," and then the rest was history.
Awesome, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the transition like from that situation going to the hoops? Was it a difference besides the competition level, was it a difference in anything else from like playing with the defenders and then going on the top circuit team like the Houston Hoops?
Yeah. The transition was it was really the competition, man.
Mm.
Reaching out. Hal reached out. Hal is a really good guy, man. The hoops, the owner, he's a really good guy, man. So I don't have
Shout
nothing
out
but
Hal
positive
Pastor,
things.
man.
Oh, yeah, man, I don't have nothing but positive things to say about Hal, man. He's been great for me and my family. Uh, but but the biggest transition just the competition level, man. You look at all the other circuits. Christian played on the Adidas, he played on the Under Armour, but it's nothing like that EYBL. He got tested every night. And shoot, he was consistent. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 years on the EYBL circuit. He was consistent, playing at a high level. Um,
Yeah,
so it was the biggest thing was just the competition and just being a part of that brand.
got you, got you.
Hmm.
Go ahead, B. You got something?
Yeah, I want to go back to Christian real quick, just to kind of piggyback off what you saying. Christian, as a player, um, going from like you said from the Under Armour circuit over to the EYBL, going over there, how does it feel? Like, is it mainly about basketball, or sometimes is it like, well, dang man, I built a bond with my homeboys over here. I just want to play with my friends. I know because some kids are different. Some kids would rather play with some of their friends and not go to the biggest circuit where they could get marketed to the college coaches because of friendships. So what was your mind frame in it, or did you care at all?
Nah, I ain't really care. Like when it comes to like all that stuff, I just leave it to my dad because like, I just want to go out there and play basketball. And like at the end of the day, you can't get. It's all a business. So going on the EYBL and doing what I did was the best for me in my position. So I can't be worried about who I want to play with and all that. I just got to go out there and perform.
Okay, I have another question for you. And everybody know it's kind of like a Houston Dallas competitive friendly rivalry. Even they compare the Dallas kids to the Houston kids. You have an opportunity to play with both Houston and Dallas kids. And in this is an opinions podcast. There's no right or wrong answer, but within your opinion, do you think it's a difference in ball player from the Dallas and the Houston kids? If any, what do you think some of the differences are?
I think there is a difference. I feel like Dallas kids are more like Dallas kids are more united in a sense. So Dallas teams, they gonna have most of the top Dallas kids on one team. Because like Dallas run deep. So Houston, like with us, a lot of us is divided. Like we'll have one player on this team because we got so many teams in Houston. So it'll be like some people go to Joe 3, some people go Puma route, some people go 3B route, and then some go EYBL route. But we got two EYBL teams in the city. So not we can't really. I feel like the city of Houston can't really show what we really is because we're all splitting up. We got all the top players not even playing on the same team. But Dallas, you go over to Dallas, like Drive Nation, they got 3, 4 top players on their team. But if it was in Houston, those 4 top players would be on two different teams, totally different teams. So you can't really show what we really got. You know what I'm saying? And then when stuff goes bad, it just makes Houston look bad. And Dallas, they just keep winning because they're together. They're not going against each other. They all trying to lift each other up. But at the end of the day, they're still competing. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You say that. That's like the culture that's going on in Houston and Dallas overall. Like not just
Yeah.
AAU. Like they have that new Dallas motion they got going on where all the rappers are coming together. Doing features and stuff like that for each other for a little bit of nothing. So it sounds like that's the same thing going on in the AAU world. More so, Dallas is more united than Houston
Yeah.
from what his opinion was. That's what it sounded like to me. Let me ask you this, Chris. What was your coming out party, if you can remember? Like, what was like your breakout game or camp or whatever on the EYBL circuit? Like two
First
years
game,
ago, whatever.
yeah, my 16U first game. We played Team Takeover. It was my first EYBL game ever. We played Caden Samuels. And
Mm.
I didn't know any. I don't know any players because like I don't be like on like the internet looking at rankings and stuff. So I just showed up, and then I had like, I want to say 25, 26, but
Okay.
I was like, I was nervous in the sense like it was my first EYBL game, but like I seen the kids walking in the gym, and then I could just like I was just like, oh, like it's just like normal. It's not nothing crazy. So, the first game I did that, and then I continued it the whole week, and I left session one I was averaging after that session I was averaging like 24, 25 points,
No,
and
it was
then
28.
28. So I just
Yeah,
averaged
Bob
yeah,
said
that,
yeah,
28.
and
Get it
then
right.
yeah.
Get it
Yeah,
Correct.
get it
right.
right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, and then I left that session, and then people started recognize what I was doing because like they never knew about me. And then I just continued it the whole year, and then that's when I just really blew up because I was going against big names and going against the big teams, and I was performing and producing the numbers I've always produced. So people just couldn't deny it. Nike couldn't deny it. So that's kind of how I blew up.
So you wasn't ranked in the nationally your freshman year. You became nationally ranked
No,
after
sir.
your
Yeah,
sophomore.
yeah. So I wasn't ranked until that summer when I was with Houston Hoops, and then the rankings came out. And then I want to say I started off like at 80. I was like top 100. I was 80 something, 84 in the country. Then I kept on, we kept playing, and then I moved up to like 60 or something. I don't know. And then that's when I went to top 30, and then just kept on going from there.
Sweet.
Let me ask let me ask you this, Christian, and Dad, you could kind of piggyback if he missed off anything. So, and I think that's what kind of Carlos was getting at first with the Under Armour circuit, which is a good circuit, no doubt about it. But to get that national ranking, not say you couldn't get it with Under Armour, but with the hoops, how much of a difference with that platform you think helped you slide into that national ranking spot? Or do you think if you'd have stayed with the Under Armour organization that still would have happened?
It was a big difference because EYBL, Nike EYBL is known as the biggest circuit like in the country. Like there's no other circuit that's gonna top it. Like we got the biggest tournaments, we got the most coaches, we got the most cameras there. So just being in front of all them people and doing it, because I was doing the same thing. Like I've been doing it all my career. Like freshman year when I was with Under Armour at SSB, I was doing the exact same thing, but there wasn't as much cameras and like eyes there. You know what I'm saying? Because there it was Nike. Like Nike, like no matter what, Nike's always gonna have it because it's Nike. So I knew like going into it, I was like, if I just did what I did, I was gonna blow up from there, and I already knew that. So when I was going in, like the first live session of 16U, like literally we had like every coach in the country there. Like every game, there's gonna be over 15 coaches. Like it's just minimum. Like it's just guaranteed because it's Nike. So just being on that circuit is really it makes a big difference from doing what you do on Nike and doing what you do on something like Under Armour or UAA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Let me. You got something, B? I want that.
Go ahead.
So, Christian, let me ask you this. I seen something. I don't know how accurate it is. It had you currently ranked right now 55. Is that accurate or no?
Oh, yes, sir. That's accurate.
Okay. And do you feel like that ranking is justified right now, or how you feel about that? Pops, you give me your answer too.
Uh, nah, I don't feel like it's justified right now because in the beginning of this year, I was confused on why like it went that low because I was doing the same thing. Like I mean, like it's not like I fell out. Like I was leading EYB on scoring. I was performing against like the matchups I was getting against other top ranked kids. I was beating them. Like if you look at our stats, I outperformed them clearly. But I mean, I just didn't I don't really care about rankings because it's like
Okay.
it's someone's opinion at the end of the day. Like no matter what, it's gonna be someone's opinion. So I could really care less. I just care about going out there and performing. And I know, and you can go look at the stats or you go look at it, whatever. Like I performed the top ranked dudes I got matched up with. So at the end of the day, I know subconsciously that like at the end of the day, it's just own opinion. But I don't feel like it's justified. But it's definitely gonna get back up there after my senior year.
Cool.
So,
Yeah,
like you say, the ones who, my bad, Lois, you got something?
Now
no,
Joe
I
was
was
gonna
just gonna
talk.
piggyback. I was gonna say something, man.
Okay.
And we talk about it, man, around my house, man, with Christian and I. We talk about, man, the rankings. Like you said, it's just somebody's opinion, bro. It don't make you not a good player because the work he put in. See, that's the thing people don't understand. The work he put in. If they only knew his his regimen, his day-to-day regimen. I'm talking about. This goes back from when he was in 6th grade. The morning workouts, the workouts with the varsity, when I let him sometimes participate, do drills in high school with the high school guys when he was in middle school. If they only knew the work he put into it, man, and and unfortunately, it's a politics carry a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we're not on the politics side right now. You see what I'm saying? So whether that's coming out of Houston, like people can't deny. They can say whatever they want. They'll talk about, okay, he. I'm gonna just give you an example. They'll talk about him playing for me in high school. They'll try to knock him on that. Well, he's not on a good high school team. He don't affect winning. Okay, that sounds cool, but you got to understand, we still play a team sport, right? The last time I checked, basketball was a team sport. I don't know. Maybe people, I don't know what they gauging that stuff off on. But what you cannot deny is his consistency, whatever it is, whether he plays for me or not. You know what I'm saying? So let's take it back now. He don't play for me in high school, right? He's playing on the EYBL circuit under a total coach. I'm in the stands. I'm a parent. And that's what I try to tell people. Now what's your complaint? Oh, you know what the complaint is now? He don't play. He's on a really bad AAU team. He don't affect winning, or he just on a bad team. He just score a lot of points. I'm like, hey man, damn if he do, damn if he don't. I mean, it don't matter. So with that being said, it's not gonna stop him from doing what he needs to do. Man, just stay work, keep your head down, stay in your lane, stay consistent. And man, look, when he get to college, when all of them get to college, man, it all starts over. The rankings don't mean anything. Let's just call it
Absolutely.
what it is. You see what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
you go to school, and that's why for us, and y'all probably gonna touch on this too, but when recruiting comes around, it's all about the fit for us. Man, we don't care about the name on the front of it. We want to go somewhere where he can play as a freshman. And just like
Right.
he did in high school for me, play through his mistakes. Because if you can play, they're gonna find you. People said they weren't gonna come to Spring Woods and recruit him. People said they weren't gonna come to May Creek and recruit him. Guess what? They did.
Let me ask you this,
So
Joe. You touched on
mm-hmm,
two things I want to talk about. One was,
mm-hmm.
uh, do you feel like uh, the winning on AAU affects the recruiting of the kid or not? And also, well, I asked you that first, and I got a follow up. You had said something. I
Okay.
asked you that first.
Okay, at first, I thought it didn't, but then, because last year we started off rocket when they was on the 16 year. And then they came together, they made a strong push, they made Peace Jam, right? And so I really didn't understand or like, well, maybe the winning doesn't. But this year, you know, the season that they had AAU, it really does. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, it's a narrative, man. It don't matter. Like
Right.
Christian can't control what team he's on. Like I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna get on a team, man, and leave a team just because we're not winning. Hey, at some point,
Right.
man, you got to go through adversity, right? Basketball is a vehicle to life, so it's life lessons. So, hey, if we losing and you losing, we're gonna keep grinding, keep our head down because at the end of the day, man, that losing gonna turn into winning. You just got to be consistent. We're not gonna up and leave, and I'm not gonna put them on another team. I don't do that stuff, right? So the
Absolutely.
lesson is, son, we're not gonna run from no adversity. We're gonna deal with it head on because it's not gonna always rain. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a sunny day. You know what I'm saying? So yes,
Absolutely.
it does.
Absolutely.
It does affect. Losing does affect, man. Winning, but for me, I'm like, if you a scout, you come to a game and you clearly see we're not having a good AAU season, but I'm looking at the kid. Can this kid help my program? That's what I'm looking at. Does he fit what I need in my program? Take away all the other stuff. Can this kid help my program win? That's me though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but to
Yeah.
answer your
Now I hear
question,
you
yeah,
on that.
it does, man. To answer your question, yeah, it does, because if he'd have played on any other circuit, any other team, it wouldn't even be close. You see what I'm saying?
Mm, mm,
So, but
yeah.
I agree
What's
with.
your
I
follow up
mean,
question, Los?
mm-hmm,
My follow-up question was when you mentioned something about uh, playing for a coach that lets you play through the mistakes.
mm-hmm.
How big is that for you as a parent when you looking at who's recruiting your son?
Well,
And for you, Chris, let me know how you feel about that too. Like having a coach that lets you play through your mistakes, or would you rather a tougher? Let me know what you feel about that.
shoot, you can answer, Christian. You can answer.
Uh,
Yeah,
I just I feel very like is what you need as a basketball player because I don't want to go into college. I'm coming off high school, doing what I do in high school, come college, and then the coach, not have faith in me or don't believe in certain things I could do. You know what I'm saying? And then that can come to affecting your confidence. And then once you lose your confidence, you basically you're not, you can't hoop no more because that's what you need. So just going into a program where a coach will let me like play through my mistakes, he gonna coach me, help me on and off the court, like in terms of being a better man, getting ready for the next level because the end goal is obviously NBA. So just going to a program where a coach knows all that stuff and he knows what he's talking about and is going to let me thrive as a basketball player and just let me develop, uh, it means a lot because it's more important than anything because at the end of the day, you're going to school to play basketball. Like you want to play basketball, so you don't want to go to school just to sit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. I love
So,
that answer,
so,
man.
so,
I love that answer, man. You hit it on the nail for me, youngin. Like that's one of the main things for me. Like coming out of high school, where I feel like I made a bad choice in not knowing the coach I was going to play for. Once my original coach I signed with resigned, I should have really took into consideration like the choices I made in the school. So to hear you say that lets me know you was raised right for sure. I love that answer. And just to throw that out there, I know a guy, over at UNLV. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those ones, man. Good God fearing person, great man first before anything. I always puts the kids first before the program and I think that would be a lovely fit for you, coming from what you just said, like wanting a coach that's going to give you opportunity to play through your mistakes, that's going to help you grow off the court just as much as on the court. Yeah, my guy Josh Passner, he's definitely one of the ones. I'm just throwing that pitch out there, Pop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Let
Go
let
ahead,
me
B.
piggyback off that real quick. One thing that I heard and one thing that I know, just from being on the podcast this episode, I heard Joe mention about Hal passing and the good things about Hal. And I've heard your mom and your dad say the same things about Hal. And you talking this is something maybe 30 years later. I
Absolutely.
remember when I first started the Raptors, some of the favorites, some of the times you would call Hall, and some of the things he would do when he had the Bigfoot hoops tournaments out there
Absolutely.
in Vegas, when that thing was jumping, when all the EYBL teams was out there. Um, and one thing we know, relationships are important, and those guys have a good track record, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, I've been knowing Josh since he coached you for the hoops, and they are the same people till this day. Even when we run out there to Atlanta for some business with Josh, I mean, he treated us as if I was a McDonald's All American,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
just your homeboy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, or a close friend. So like, I never have anything negative to say about them. I know when they take a kid, they really do they best with them, and it be bigger than basketball because
Let
we're
me
not
ask you
gonna
this.
get.
Joe, is UNLV heavily recruiting y'all?
Yeah, they are. They are.
Okay.
We're supposed to set up. We're going to set up an official visit with them uh, sometime either at the end of August or early September. But yeah, for sure, they most
Okay.
definitely are recruiting. And Josh
Okay.
understands that. Like Christian expressed what he just told you guys. He tell all the coaches that's reaching out to him, man. He just want to go somewhere where he can play, man. Like that's the biggest thing. It's the
That's the
confidence,
most
man.
important
So
thing, man. Yeah.
so and he's always been able to play for me. So I let him play through his mistakes. He's playing, he turn it over. Man, don't look over at the sideline at me. Better go get back on defense, make up for it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the more kids are exposed to that, where they're not looking over their shoulder, because at the end of the day, man, the game is going to slow down for him, right? It's going to slow down for him, and once the game slow down and he get acclimated to the speed, then he can go be himself. So all those extra turnovers and all that stuff, it goes away. But shoot, when Christian go to school, he'll graduate at 17. So when he get on campus, you know what I'm saying? He'll in the fall of 2020, he'll just be turning, because he just had a birthday July 10th. He'll just be going on 18. So he's young. So yeah, it's gonna be fast,
Oh,
but like
damn, man.
anything,
You done brung up something else
yeah,
now, Joe. Damn. So
yeah,
he's a youngin.
yeah.
So what you feel about the holdback situation? What made you not hold him back? Could you speak on that?
Man, okay, so one of the reasons I didn't hold him back because I was like, if he goes somewhere and they redshirt him, it's gonna catch up. You see what I'm saying? The goal is not to slow the process from getting to the NBA. You know, the NBA, man, they taking everybody you look at the NBA are young. You know,
Absolutely.
they take older guys.
Absolutely.
They take older guys. They take older guys, but it's harder for those older guys to really get in. I mean, everybody in the league is young. So I don't want to slow that process down, man. And like I said, man, if he's not ready his freshman year, okay, cool. We could take that freshman year and that can be that holdback year. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
looked at it like this, man. If you can play regardless of your age. Age don't mean nothing, right? You either got it or you don't got it.
No, you don't.
Bottom
Right.
line. So I was just like, I'm not gonna hold my son back so he can be, graduated at 19 years old, like a lot of these dudes are. A lot of these people that they praise, them dudes are old, but it don't matter. Age don't matter, right?
Yeah.
So you either can play, man, or you can't play. So I was like, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I agree with that
Yeah.
method all day. Go ahead, B. My bad.
Yep.
Christian, let's get back to Christian real quick. What are three of the top competitors you think you've ever played?
Uh, Caden Samuels, Jason Crow, and uh, and Caden Samuels. I'm trying to think of oh, I can't think. He a point guard for Team Durant. Uh,
Brown.
he from the
Oh,
DMV. He
Yeah.
got like
I think it's Michael Brown.
yeah, I think that's his name or something like that. But
Yeah.
those are three that like really come to my head right now.
All right, Joe. I wanna get to this, and this for really for both of y'all. But one thing I noticed, and just keeping up with Christian from afar, and you already mentioned this, the consistency.
Hmm.
A lot of players, especially at that level, like they good, but they're not that consistent. So just say some of the things I hear Christian saying. Hey, we ask him this and that about the business. Hey man, I'll leave that to my dad. Do
Hmm.
you think that helps him just focusing on basketball, be more of a consistent player, and not having to deal with the drama, this and that, or things that parents should just focus on?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a lot. Because if he had to deal with all the stuff, man, the people that come at him, and I'm talking like agents, the media and all that kind of stuff, man. If he had to worry about all that stuff all the time, man, and then and then he have to figure out, okay, I got to get in the gym, and it just takes a lot off of him. So I handle all that stuff, but at the same time, I keep him connected and let him know what's going on. Like he's at the table. He's at the table when all these conversations are going on,
Right.
but he understand that, hey, my dad gonna put me in the best position possible, and he ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I think, man, on the cool, to be honest with you, dude, a lot of stuff that I do and the way I move with my son, a lot of people don't like that, which I don't care, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna make sure my son is always in the best position possible, because that's what I'm supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? So that most definitely, man, that alleviates a lot of pressure off of him when he don't have to worry about the business aspect of it. He's at the table, right? Because at some point he's gonna be making a decision. But he's at the
Right.
table when we're having those conversations because it's an open book. Like, we family. Like, hey, son, this is what it is, you know? And this is how we going to move. You know what I'm saying? So, for sure.
Yeah.
Joe, quick
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
You have an older son, Darian,
Mm-hmm.
played 4 years. He also played a little bit on the circuit. He had a Division
Mm-hmm.
One opportunity his ninth grade year, ended up playing Division Two basketball.
Right.
But you coached him all 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll get into this a little bit here, Reese. We'll get into this a little bit with Christian. He's not going to play 4 years under your coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you regret that decision? Yes or no, and why?
Regret the decision for not coaching Christian all
As
4
of
years?
now, yeah, as of now, like, even with the Springwood. So, uh, Darian did 4 years at Springwoods.
Right. Right.
Do you think keeping Christian at Springwoods for 4 years, do you think that would have been a better decision, or you think y'all in a good path right now?
Man, to be honest with you, I think we most the steps that we took to this point now, it had to happen. You see what I'm saying? Because the platform that when we left Springwood, like I said, he left Springwoods as a freshman, and when we left there to go to Katy, right? It was a bigger platform. Now, it was also some foolishness going on outside of basketball. You know what I'm saying? That was hard, and it was just hard to coach and do my job. But it helped to this point because honestly, man, the situation that happened over at Maid Creek High School, if that wouldn't have happened, my son wouldn't be in a position to go to the school he's going to now. You know what I'm saying? Because I probably would have. I don't want to let my guard down. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that I had to go through and endure, and it opened my eyes. And I'm just like, you know what? God is telling us this is our time. You know, our time at Maid Creek was a time, a season for that. Now we got to move on. He's getting us ready for a bigger platform. You see what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
and I'm excited, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was stressed out, and it's not being able to. Christian been taking rides with me, man, since he's been in the sixth grade. Like morning rides to work, train, and do all that stuff. We've been doing that every day since he's been in middle school, right? And now you think about it, we sit back and now we're not going to have that opportunity anymore. I kind of feel like I'm being stripped of that, but at the same time, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's going to go a place where he's going to develop more. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be out of my hands. And the narrative, man, he got to build his brand, man. He got to rebuild his brand, man. The stuff that he was going through here in Houston, man, it's unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And the best situation for our family is to remove him from that, man. Let him go somewhere where don't nobody know him, and they're gonna really appreciate him for his talent, and he'll do it at the highest level. Once again, he'll be able to do it at the highest level.
It's all good.
So, with that
Sometimes you
being
gotta let.
said,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Los.
Now I was saying it's all good. Sometimes you gotta let the pit bull off the leash, man. So that's.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Mm-hmm.
y'all doing. In my humble opinion, I think y'all making the right decision too. With that being said,
Right.
where is he gonna be attending school next year? If y'all okay with sharing with us.
Yeah, let's have Christian do this for me if you don't mind. Christian, answer these four W's. Where, what, why, and when. So where's the school located? What's the status of that program at the moment? When will you leave? And why did y'all make that decision?
The school is located in Memphis, Tennessee. It's called
What?
what's the
The school is located in Middleton, Tennessee. It's the
oh
suburbs
yeah
outside of Memphis. It's the
Oh,
suburbs of
yeah
30 minutes outside of Memphis. The
yeah
school is the school is named Tennessee Collegiate Academy. That's the name of the school.
yeah,
gotcha.
and then the why was because it's on EYBL Scholastics. It's the biggest platform in high school basketball. You know what I'm saying? I just came from EYBL, so going on to the EYBL Scholastics, just letting me get on a bigger platform with like new rules in terms of scouting. Like coaches can come in basically all the time. I can always be in contact with them. I'm gonna be playing the top competition nationally. I'm gonna get matched up with nationally ranked dudes instead of if I stay in the city, I'm just go against like high school kids. You know what I'm saying? So just going up against the nationally ranked kids, so I could just prove myself. Why I think I'm the best, one of the best players in the class of 2026. Just going out there playing the best of the best competition, being coached under nationally coaches, and just being surrounded by people who want to win and actually want to, do basketball as their life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like my whole life, I wasn't around people that wanted to take basketball how serious I was taking it. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard trying to operate certain ways when I'm sacrificing a whole bunch of stuff, but then my teammates, they just doing bare minimum. So that's also that's contributes to how we perform on the court. So I go into an environment where everyone on the same page. We all want to go to the league. We all want to, go high major, whatever. We all have different goals, but at the end of the day, the end goal is NBA. So just going somewhere in an environment like that, I feel like I could develop way more as a basketball player and just get better.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Can you tell me how this situation, this opportunity rather, came about to y'all? Either one of y'all
So
can
we
answer.
it came up, man. Actually, it was a quick thing, man. We were in Augusta like last week for Peace Jam, the last session for EYBL, man. Christian was performing, man, and some schools were getting at me. So I just stopped and I just listened to a couple of schools that were on the Scholastic, and I just talked and they were talking and I listened. My wife and I, we listened. Uh, and this one particular school, man, they was talking what I really like that aligned with, my family and our values, and they was just like, all right, cool. So we flew back in, man, after the Sunday after the EYBL was over with. Got home Monday, man. We flew out Tuesday to go visit the school and flew back in Wednesday. We got back home Wednesday, and then we flew out Thursday to come to Vegas. So, man, I'm
Man,
talking about it
that's a
was
hell of
like
a
it was
schedule
like
right there,
bro,
man. The
it was quick.
grind,
It
baby.
was it was quick, man. It was quick because at first, man, I was always on this, man. I'm not letting my baby go nowhere, this and that. But I got to my wife and I, we got to talking, man, and we can't get in the way of these blessings because not everybody could play will have the opportunity to play on the EYBL Scholastic. They
Absolutely.
only take 200 kids. They only take 200 players. So that's like, think about it. High school, that's like the high school NBA. You see what I'm saying? In the NBA, they only take what? It's 300 workers. It's 300 players.
Right.
But however many it is, well, on the EYBL Scholastic, it's only 200 players in the country that's going to be in this league. 200. And you have to be elite to play on it. You know what I'm saying? They're just not taking these people are not just taking anybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So regardless of what people say about my son, he's not this, he's not that. Oh, he's just do this. He's just man. Look, at the end of the day, man, he does something. He's an elite basketball player, elite scorer. Regardless of how you feel about it, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what he does. You see what I'm saying? So and that's how that came about. It happened like at the last minute, man, at the very last minute. Because to be honest with you, we was on our way to North Shore. He was gonna go to North Shore with me. We was gonna play on the east side. We was gonna play at North Shore High School. That's where we was gonna go. But the opportunity came, and it was the best opportunity for my family and Christian, man. So, we prayed on it, and we're gonna let him go do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Now, just a little fact checking real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How can one say, and first, Christian was one of the top scorers on the EYBL his last 2 years, correct? 16 and 17U, right?
Correct.
How can you question a kid's ability if they're doing it at the highest level? And this is a question for you, Los. Um, like, just help me out here because I'm not on that level. Y'all Houston Hoops, Nike type kids, Joe, big major coach, high school coach. I'm just a little baby guy. But my question to you, Los, anybody, how could you question a kid's ability or even say this if they dominated the EYBL 2 years in a row?
Well, for me, it don't make no sense. That's why I asked the question about, do you think winning affects the recruiting? Because that's the only logical reason I can come up with. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have a kid that's leading, like you said, this is the top circuit in the country. You know what I mean? So if you are able to
Hold on, Los.
right,
Last year they made 16s. They made Peace Jam.
We
right,
did.
You
It
know,
did.
it
We
was
did
right,
still
make it.
questions about
right.
Yeah.
So
Christian, and
that
they,
that
last year they
that
made
goes
Peace
back
Jam
to what I
16s.
asked. That goes back to what I asked, like from what Christian said at the end of the summer last year, he was top 30 in the country, and all of a sudden this year it didn't
Yeah.
move
He
back
dropped.
to 55, where
Mm-hmm.
that's I'm confused by that as well. You know what I mean? So I don't understand the logic behind it. I think we might have a lot of people in those positions that don't know what they doing. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I want to say other things, but I'll kind of leave it at that. You know what I mean? It sounds like it's a lot of people that's in that position that don't really know what they doing. You know, you got some, from what I hear now, because I ain't all the way in the loop. You got some players I hear like they can play at a certain camp or go to a certain team or get under a certain person, and they can have that player jump spots, in the rankings and stuff like that. I don't know.
That's the
Go ahead.
politics side of it. That's what I'm saying.
Right, there
That's the
we go.
politics side of it. That's the politics side of it. And I'm learning, man. So, I know, and unfortunately that's just how it is, man. It don't matter. Being good nowadays, like when we grew up, that stuff, it mattered. You had to be good. You had to be
Absolutely.
good. Think about it. You didn't have social media. We didn't have all this stuff. Like if people heard about you, dude, we even think about it. It was all the Chronicle, the Post. So people was literally hearing about you from the newspaper. And we talking coast
Right.
to coast. You see what I'm saying? People had to do articles. You had to make Sports Illustrated. You had to do all this stuff. You didn't have all the social media stuff. So when we grew up, you had to be good and to to be for those rankings to stick. Man, nowadays, man, it's just being good is not enough. It's just not enough, man. And I'm
Right.
honestly seeing that right now. So that's why I said Christian is not on the politics side of it. You know what I'm saying? He don't have nobody pushing him and doing. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy because people will say, coaches will be like, I don't even know the kid. How you don't know the kid? He's in the third
Yeah.
largest city
What
in
is?
America. The number one kid in Houston, top 5, top 6 in the state, but you don't know the kid.
I
You
was
see what
just
I'm
about to
saying?
go there
How?
next.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling
So
you, it's
no,
weird,
number
man.
one player
And
in Houston is Christian Gibson, right?
oh, for sure.
That's what. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay.
But
So
don't
that's
nobody
Well,
know
go
him
ahead,
though.
B. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this for some of the what we gonna call hating the critics, right?
Hmm.
And Christian, I want you to always remember this, no matter what. Um, right now, and this go, any one of y'all can answer this. I guarantee y'all, nobody's hating on Bobby Benjamin, the basketball player. Why you think nobody's hating on Bobby Benjamin, Christian?
Mm, why?
Cause I ain't shit of a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
So when they hating on you and talking about you, what they let you know?
You doing
You're
something
Something
right.
known,
right,
You
right?
doing
okay?
something right. For
Right,
sure.
you're
For sure.
known.
Fact.
For sure.
It just may not be the conversations you want to hear because they don't talk about people that are nobodies.
Right.
That's a
They talk
fact.
about somebodies, and they just don't want to always give maybe the best scouting report. They might want to give it in a positive way, so they gonna try to dim the lights. But that's because his name is in that pool. Now it might not circulate the way, might not catch the way it need to catch because he
Right.
earned it. But it's definitely in that lake that matters. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so the people that is not in that lake, guess the only thing they could do? Only thing they could do is throw a rod in there.
Right.
And that's just some badass bait that they putting in there. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they not in there. Nobody's fishing for them.
Right.
So they just trying to get in the game in any way possible. You know, they not EA Sports in the game. They just want to be in the game because they got $65 to buy the game.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with the Houston scene. It's the people that some of the adults, and that's not everybody, and it's in every city.
That's what I'm about
We
to
get,
say. That ain't just Houston, but go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, right, and it's
Yeah.
every city. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
shit on my city because I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
But it definitely needs some. It need a makeover. It needs some cleaning. It needs some adjusting to do. And so that's why I appreciate y'all taking out the time from that busy schedule, to come on this platform. Really, we just wanted to highlight, for one, a kid that's been on the EYL 2 years in the city of Houston to dominate the game like this. And another thing, Christian is a mild mannered, laid back kid, right? So you don't really see him bragging and boasting and this and that. And so he's not out there kind of setting a narrative for himself because he's so quiet. He might retweet something, but you never really see or hear where he's coming from. So when he's not setting a narrative, these people find out, well, let me set it. I could tell you who he is. I know him better. I know his daddy. Man, his daddy play basketball together. We got our hair cut together. Man, that don't mean shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This kid have his own path. He's highly talented. And one thing I noticed, because I'm a little baby scout and try to keep up with basketball, consistency is big. And this kid has been consistent. And I'll go back to when Joe, you said, he's been working out since 6th grade. You kind of jumped the gun because one of my questions was, how do you think a kid gets to lead the EYBL in 2 years? And I was going to ask for some of that background on what it takes to get here. Because I remember Jesse telling me it was maybe 3rd or 4th grade and working out with y'all
Yep.
early in the morning,
Yep.
5 a.m.,
Yep.
things of that nature, man. Man, Lil C go be the one. Lil C, then you hear from different whispers. Then a couple of the Raptors seen him play at the YMCA or something in middle school. And they're like, man, I just seen the coldest kid ever. And then Extra Eyes Media, I know Gary for a fact in 8th grade was telling some of the circuit teams about Christian when he came to the camp. Los, you had words to say about him at the Extra Eyes camp. He worked on your side. He was playing up.
Yeah.
Do you remember some of those moments, Los?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. He was one of the better players in the gym at his age, and everybody in there was older than him. I said then, without a doubt, he one of them ones. He got it. He got it. And that was, I mean, how long ago was that at this point? Like
Shoot.
4 years
Yeah,
ago,
I was.
maybe?
Right. It was,
Nah, it was long. Yeah, it was a while
Man,
ago. It
you
was.
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
easy.
middle
He
school.
was
Middle
easy.
school. Yeah.
I think he was maybe 7th or 8th grade at the time.
Yeah. 7th through
Yeah.
7th grade. Yep.
But I want people to piggyback off that, man. And this kid is a prime example. No matter how much hate he gets, this is like a prime example of the prospect you want. The kid is not on social media with any goofy stuff. He's not really hanging with the wrong crowd. He's not doing anything bad. It's a lot of things that are thrown at him. He don't even throw nothing back. And boy, my mama told me somebody hit you, you hit him back. He don't even throw nothing back. He just take he build up all the stones and he just use that as a shield to work out properly.
Yeah.
And then when he step out from behind that shield, you get to see the results. So that's a salute to you, young man. To just be able to stay focused. Like I've been around this a long time in Houston, and there's not many kids that could be quiet and just be like, oh, man, my parent handled this and that. And then they got a million things to say. They got their opinions on Twitter, on Instagram. Man, this kid is none of that. And he's just getting to there's a prime example of let your work do the talking. I don't have nothing to
Absolutely.
say. See me work. You don't like it. You don't like it. Somebody go like it because I put enough work to be seen.
Yeah. And that's
So
the thing,
salute
man.
to you, young man. And I know that's hard in this social media era.
And that's the thing, man. That's the thing that's most frustrating as a parent and a coach because, like I said, man, I hear all the conversations these grown men are putting in these group chats and having to say the negative stuff about him or about me, and we talk about it all the time. We say, hey, man, we just gonna keep doing the work, and the more work you put in, the better you get. We just gonna let them hate, and we just gonna piss them off from afar because that's all it is, man. So we're not gonna retaliate and say anything, man, because it's bigger than this. You see what I'm saying? It's bigger than this.
Absolutely.
So we understand as a family, we understand the end goal. We know what we're trying to do. We want our son to be a productive citizen. You know what I'm saying? We want our son to try to achieve all the goals that he has in place for himself. Bruh, when Darian was in high school with Jesse them, Christian hated, like, he used to go in the gym with us, and then he hated it. And you know what I did? I said, hey man, you can't come to the gym with the big boys no more, right? I told him that. I said, I'm not finna waste no more time with you. I'm finna spend all the time with Jesse, D them. They just gonna be in there getting it in. And I said, whenever you ready, you tell me. Because if I gotta force you, dude, you don't want it. And I'm not, my
There you go.
eligibility over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna support you as a parent. Man, Jesse them graduated 2019. That's when Christian came. He told me, he said, hey, I'm ready. I said, you ready for what? He said, I'm ready to start working out. I'm ready to start taking it serious. I said, you know what that mean, right? What that's going to look like. So we get in the gym. We in the gym at 5 in the morning. I don't want I don't want to get up, or you're not going hard and I got to, force you, and I got to, cuss you out to, make you play hard and go hard, train hard. Man, when he told me that, from that moment on, dude, this is on my mama. Man, that kid haven't had anything to say. I'm talking about, this is at 10 years old. So I knew he was different then. I knew he was going to be different. I knew he was going to be different. So when he did that, man, I said, yeah, this kid is different, man. People don't see the work he put in. They might hear about it and might try to, oh, he don't do that. Man, I'm telling you, that's in his DNA. That's what he
Yeah.
gonna do. So we just gonna keep working, bro. And people gonna hate, let them hate, man. We just gonna, cause it's not stopping. It's not stopping no motion over here. He understand. It don't take number one coach to love you. All these dudes, oh, he got 1 million offers. Okay, you don't have to go to one school.
Yeah.
Go to one
That's all it
school.
takes. Yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
it. That's all it takes. That's
Yeah.
all it takes. So we got to find the one that love him and gonna let him play through his mistakes and gonna help him develop and help him develop as his character as a man, and help him develop as a basketball player to get to the NBA. That's it, man. Period, point blank.
Yeah. Let
Christian,
let
I
let
have
me
a
ask you this for
question.
the people. So, if y'all feel like sharing, besides you and LV, who y'all got a nice relationship with that y'all feel like is in the runnings, man?
Give us a top
Mm.
3 or top 5.
So things have changed now, man, since we made the decision that we're going to go play on the Scholastic, right? It's changed because now getting on the Scholastic, it opens up his recruitment even more now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but
Yeah.
we got an official visit set up with UCF. We're gonna set one up with UNLV. We're gonna set one up with Wichita State, right?
Okay.
Supposed to set one up
PJ,
with yeah. Supposed to set one
Shout
up
out
with
PJ,
Oklahoma
baby.
State and Virginia. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of where we're gonna go, we're gonna hold back now since we made the decision to go play on the EYBL Scholastic. You know what I'm saying? To see how that, in terms of his recruiting. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
Gotcha.
hmm
I respect it.
Christian, I
Respect
want to ask you this. You've been in the gym with Big Bros, Darian, and Jesse a long time now. Do you think you at the level where you could beat them both one-on-one, either or?
I was at that level like 2 years ago. I was, I was,
Ooh,
I
ooh,
was,
ooh. 2 years ago, Jesse was at Oregon, man. Come on now.
it. I hear.
I'm saying I've been doing that. You know, me and my brother, we used to, whenever he was still playing basketball or whatever, we used to go to gym, play ones. But I mean, he'll get some games, but I mean, it
Now, I
wasn't
was about to say, because I
like
seen D Hoop now. You ain't
nah,
gonna act like he chopped liver.
he
Let me
not.
ask you
But I
this.
mean,
No, I
Go
was gonna
ahead.
ask you, when did you hit your growth spurt? Do you know, like, when you got to? So what
I
are you right
mean,
now? First of all.
I'm I'm
Right.
s- I'm 6'5", 6'6", wherever you want to put it. But
Okay.
Okay, so what was the biggest growth spurt? Was it like from 6 foot to what was it?
not, I say, I don't even know because I've been tall my life. Like I was 6'2" in eighth grade, so I was 6'2" in eighth grade. Then I was my freshman year, I was at 6'3" ish and a half, 6'4" ish, and then now I'm like a 6'5", 6'6". So I've always been like
Oh, it's been a gradual
I
growth.
would,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
like I wouldn't say it just grew. Like, I just grew. Like I was every year, I got like 2-3 inches every year, and I just kept going. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Christian, um, as a potential prospect collegiate on a high level, what is it like to have your dad here and taking some of these worries off your shoulder? Even though you got your input, you do this and that, but just being around, even like you see most of the top kids, a lot of them don't come from a double parent home. So
yeah.
what is it like to have mom and dad? And also, if I forget, I want you to have somebody recording when you go to that school in Tennessee, because your daddy, his baby ass gonna be out there crying like a baby. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you finally gotta go out, and he ain't gonna be coaching you your senior year when reality hit his ass. So have somebody recording. I'm gonna need that video.
Yeah.
But just how good is it to have both parents in your life, being one of the top ESPN ranked kids in your situation at the moment?
Nah, it's a blessing because when I was younger, my dad's always been hard on me because that's just how he was. But it was just, I didn't realize it back then. Like I just hated it, but now I got like tough skin. So like, if someone else comes at me, it's like whatever. Like, my dad did this when I was like 11, 12 years old. So it built me as a person, and then you know. It would get me mad, but then I'll come home and then my mom would be there to like, cheer me up and all that, doing the mom role or whatever. So, just having done that thing just to help me be there for me is really good. And just having like a loving family because, having two parents in the household is a big deal. And it's what kept me and my family together, having my siblings together, we're all close. There's nothing like we hide from each other. Everyone talking about the same thing. So it just helps a lot too, because not every like even like for instance, like if I do have a bad performance, I know like it's not the end of the world because like it's just basketball, and then I could go home and I could have my whole family. I could go to my brother, sister, my mom, dad, just be there for me. So it's just it's really a blessing, something you just got to thank God for having my dad work on the opposite end for me to where I don't have to worry about the haters, the outside noise trying to come from
Noise.
in. I just go to the gym, show up, play basketball, go home, and just chill with my family. And then my dad, he could do all the, what I'm saying, all the talking and all that. So it really is a blessing, and I'm grateful for it.
What's your goal for this upcoming senior year?
My goal is to be top 20 in the country, be a McDonald's All-American, and just those are my two main goals. And of course, now going into EYBL Scholastics, my goal is to win the Chipotle Nationals, win it all this year. So just having a great season, and from in terms of my individual success, definitely being top 20 players in the country and being a McDonald's All American.
I love it.
What are some of the What's some of the top camps you've been invited to here recently, or you already participated in?
The top one so far right now was definitely the Nike Elite 100 camp, the one I went to last year. It was a lot of great talent. Most of it were Nike kids, but there are some Under Armour, Adidas kids. But it was the elite of the elite. We had coaches there. We had Rasheed Wallace was like the NBA guest, or because every year they have like someone in the NBA. So Rasheed Wallace was there talking to us. It was a good experience, just being around all that talent, learning from different players, learning from different coaches. And that would definitely be like my number one top camp.
Top 100.
For sure.
Okay.
What you got anything else? So as we wind down, I just wanted to ask Joe, excuse me, another question of what you have right now.
No. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. Go ahead. I'll holler at them when we when we close it out. Go ahead. What you got to ask?
Okay, Joe, inform us this. All right, we know your oldest son, Darian Gibson, played collegiate basketball. God say the same. Christian's looking forward to a bright future collegiately. What's your daughter doing right now? And what school she's at?
She runs. She goes. Stephen F. Austin. She runs track. She runs track at the University of Stephen F. Austin. Should be a senior, so she's going into her senior year. She's majoring in accounting. Uh, yeah, she's running track, man. So I have Christian. I have 3 collegiate kids, man, that play collegiate, that participated at the collegiate level. Yep.
Man.
Now that's pretty much every dad goal.
Hmm.
For you to look like you on the path to accomplish that goal, just what's the feeling in one word as a parent?
Man, grateful, man. I'm just grateful. I have some really good kids. My wife and I, man, we take pride in representing our name and having our kids represent our name, our family. I always tell Christian, man, you got to build your brand, and the Gibson is a brand. So
Absolutely.
I'm just real grateful, man. I got some really good kids, man, and they listen, and they don't think they're not trying to be grown anytime soon, and everything. My wife and I tell them, they take it, they listen, and they accept it, and they just move on, man. Not disrespectful, they real humble, and they just work hard, man. Just some really good kids, man, and I'm just real grateful to have them.
Yes, sir. And I'm,
Yeah.
from the outside looking in, we got extended family through, Bobby B and Rob. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Rob,
Yep.
solid
Yep.
as they come. But I just want
Yep.
to salute you and your family. Like I can tell well raised kids from a mile away, been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the that's the main thing that a coach gonna get from what I see out of Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's a high character kid that have been
Mm-hmm.
through a lot just from playing in AAU and just playing basketball. Not
Mm-hmm.
nothing off the court, getting them in trouble, nothing of that nature. Just being a kid
Right.
playing basketball, and he's been through the storm, and it's
Right.
built nothing but high character. And like he said, he
Mm-hmm.
gonna be able to take a lot on the chin, and that's the main thing you want as a coach. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's what kind of kid they getting, and that's a salute to the parents and the kid for buying in what y'all teaching. So ain't nothing but love for y'all for the Gibson family for sure.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that, man.
Yep.
Thanks. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Christian, on your Twitter, I see you over there taking pictures with my guys over there at the Kentucky coaching staff. Man, those are some good brothers over there as well. Just shout out to those guys. Los, we can end with this. Joe. I know Joe over there fooling us, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So Joe and his wife remind me of Baby and Slim from Cash Money, right?
Oh, that's how they
Slim is the
go.
wife in the background, quiet. You never go see her making all the calls.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe, old baby, he
Yeah,
lied.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, hey,
Yeah.
that's
But
a hell of a team though.
shout out,
That's how you got to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
right, right,
Yeah,
right. That's a dynamic, powerful duo, man. Shout
yeah,
out to y'all. Love to see a marriage work and succeed and have 3 kids to play on the collegiate level, man. You can't ask for much more. Have
Right.
3 good, mountable kids. Man, we definitely appreciate y'all taking time out to join the Opinions podcast. Is
absolutely.
anything, Christian, you want to leave the people with?
Nah, nothing really. Just grateful to be invited on this podcast. Thankful to take time out of my day to just talk to y'all and just catch up.
Man, that's love right there, man, for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Sweat business. Sweat business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Coach, is there anything you want to leave the people with?
Nah, man. Just like Christian said, man, I'm glad we was able to get on the platform and answer the questions you guys had for us. And hopefully, people could have a different narrative about us, instead of the one they have. If you got to get to know people, man, sit down and get to know people and talk to them and really get to see who they are, as opposed to just listening to what's out there. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Nah, man, I appreciate you guys for having us on here, man, and we most definitely thanks for having us. Yep.
for sure, for
I'm
sure.
gonna leave you with this, man. Y'all played. You were a parent of the EYBL. Christian, you were a player of the EYBL, and I know for one, it stands for elite. Everybody not meant for elite. So all those
Hmm.
relationships, y'all not meant for all those relationships. Y'all in the
Right.
elite class. So y'all not gonna be able to mingle with everybody because everybody once you
Right.
on that target, that's no matter what. Everybody not gonna be your friend. Some of them are chasing you. So
Right.
you kind of got to weed out the relationships that are meaningful and you just rock and roll with those guys, man. Hey, I'm Bobby B with the opinions you want to hear. I'm out. Los closes out, bro.
All right, man. My humble opinion, man, this has been a good one. You know, one of the best yet. Glad to be back on the pod, man. Catch y'all soon.
Sweet. We out.
All right.
We got to leave it on.